Hello, Ramesh. You took over from industry legend George Horan in June this year. Tell me about the transition to your new position and what your objectives are for Dubai Duty Free over the coming years.
During a time when the environment is challenging, which is not anybody's fault, but it is what it is in terms of the business, in relation to the decline in the spend per passenger, the difficulties that we have with currencies, with the strength of the dollar, with a variety of reasons that are both, some of which are particular to the Middle East, like the drop in the price of oil and the related problem of Russian ruble and so on, and some of which is really across the wider world in terms of reduced growth in the Eurozone, in terms of difficulties that some of the emerging market economies are having, like Brazil, for example, the issues with China and so on. So both in a local context and in an international context, we have had challenges in terms of the business. But what I'm very happy about is that we are able to focus on improving our operations within the firm in order to keep control on costs, to be able to meet our net profit targets by better cost control, to improve the business in every part, whether it is assortment, whether it is the merchandise, whether it's the retail, or whether other parts of the retail offer, whether it's customer service, whether it is technology, whether it's logistics. In each and every part of the business, we want to improve and position ourselves when the macroeconomic conditions improve and the growth comes back into the business. So the challenge for us at this point in time is to get growth.
I understand that you're working very closely with your brand suppliers on trying to navigate these challenges that you're facing in terms of promotions and so on. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we have been meeting the brands during this event and over the last several months, and we have explained to them the picture as we see it in terms of growth, the picture as we see it in terms of price competitiveness of Dubai Duty Free as compared to other airports and other retailers. And we have impressed upon them that companies like Dubai Duty Free have to provide value to customers in order to get the growth in the business. And if there is growth in the business, then the brands benefit and we benefit. But it really requires work from both sides. From our side, as I had explained earlier, we have to do several things. But from the supplier's point of view, they also need to recognize that there is incredible price pressure. There is a need to reduce the overall cost structure within the Middle East, not just for Dubai Duty Free, but for the other operators in the region, and get back to a situation where the passengers take our earlier tagline, "Fly by Dubai," seriously, and they actually buy products in our shops when they go through the airport, because we definitely have the growth in terms of passenger traffic.
So I understand that Dubai Duty Free has set a target to reach 3 billion in sales over the next couple of years. Can you tell me about your strategy to achieve these goals?
Yeah. A combination of improving our operations in terms of the retail business, an improvement in the macroeconomic climate, which I had described earlier, and a better ability of all the stakeholders in the airport to cope with the increased number of passengers and to improve the passenger experience will help us to reach the target. Because as you can imagine, if passengers are stressed, if passengers are hassled, and if passengers are in a very congested facility, the temptation to spend is much less. So each of us, whether it is Dubai airports or whether it is suppliers who are supporting our business, or whether it is Dubai Duty Free, all three of us have to work together closely over the next 5 years in order to hit the $3 billion mark.